他不可能换的呀，你要这么想呀，对不对？
只有那个 Darky 那个
小黄鸭战队，
对小黄鸭肯定是
在
自己在转的，
去那边嘛。
小黄鸭是肯定在转的。
对，去看小黄鸭吧。反正一样的嘛，小黄鸭我还不用。
1-1啊，温蒂塔在打虾档。小黄鸭的转播效果也还可以，
对，还可以。
妈的，说不定我跟你说，小黄鸭就靠温蒂塔一个人把他们带进联赛也有可能。
不，这个虾档这盘应该没的，但这个虾档还是有实力的，我记得。
还有点实力。小黄鸭能到今天这个位置，也是这个温蒂塔一个人打出来的。
那你觉得温蒂塔这个选手值多少钱啊
这个本来他们也是2个主播嘛，估计就2个主播搞的，对吧？小黄鸭战队，啊，他们基本上是美国这边的社区战队，就是美国的兄弟们，
对，
那些业余的啊，这些都在他们队里面打。
关键他你妈那个开场太你妈太二了，好吧？每次都有嘟嘟嘟嘟，你妈的这种东西。
啊，对啊，就他是美国的选手，加上澳大利亚、美国、巴西和秘鲁的选手组成的一个队伍。就没有欧洲选手，然后这边这个狂战士战队就全是清一色的欧洲选手。这2个选手，这2个主播肯定也是半氪半干的。
我估计应该是，
对吧？半氪半干。
应该会氪一点，
氪一点，然后再干嘛，就平时大家一起玩的嘛，半氪半干。
As we are doing our best to cheer for our boys, no bias Kappa as we're getting into our second game. Vindicta looking to try and take another one, try and remain.
这个温蒂卡还是有实力的。
温蒂塔有实力。
Looking to get the leg up in this series and give the Cranky Ducklings the lead. It does look like he is going for something a little bit different here. Actually going for
这个你也可以这么理解嘛。美国的社区战队对欧洲这边的社区战队。
At all in TVP, a bit more of an old school style, and it does mean that he's going to be able to get this factory up quite a lot earlier.
Interesting. I mean, Shadown was denied entry, by the way. He wasn't able to get into the main base, so he is in the dock about this opener.
北美 SC 哎，我跟你说，如果我们不是主办方，如果比如说有一个谁做了一个 WTO 的主办方，那我跟孙哥也可以去半氪半干搞一个战队的呀，
是的呀，
一样的呀，我们也可以半氪半干的。
但是说实话，这个东西也要看，因为你既然组了战队，你肯定不会想的是你妈这种垫底什么的，我们肯定想的是至少还要是支强队。
就是我们氪着就变重氪了，是吧？
对啊，肯定是这样的。你不然的话，你妈的
就跟你的实况足球手游是一样的，是吧？
不，你不然你每天你妈在那边搞笑吗？我靠！你自己想想是不是这么个说法嘛？
就孙哥的玩法就是妈的，开始实况足球说好的，他妈的一个人冲一波就冲个1000多块钱，我们2个人就组个阵容，大家对 A 就好了。然后孙哥冲着就进去了，现在还在冲。
啊，现在没什么，现在只是就偶尔打一把。
我看你现在在玩嘛，天天。
偶尔打一把，没有玩。
Yeah, nice awareness there, showing his understanding of the map here. And meanwhile,
我为了不玩这个游戏，连手机都换了。
你是你妈的换了手机才不能玩这个游戏。说个锤子。
我这个氪不动，太贵了。
But at the same time, there's no battery here for Shadone, so he's going to be able to trade pretty well. Might even just run straight past these and go into the natural bit. Good defense by Shadone, blocking off the ramp there.
Yeah, he does block off the ramp, but completely denying entry. And this is where
孙哥说的1000刀，孙哥这个阵容可不止1000刀啊！
还好，哎呀。
1000刀我大概知道是什么阵容，就是我的阵容。我他妈说跟他说充1000人民币，我充着充着也充成了1000刀。然后我充完之后，我一看孙哥的阵容，我立马就懂了。
还好，这真的没有你大家想象中那么强。什么阵容啊？还好没有大家想中那么强。我就有一个马拉多纳，有一个鲁梅尼格。
那他妈你继续念，你把你的阵容念一遍。
我去看一下。
Going to be getting a fast Robo, potentially going into a Phoenix Colossus, which can be a very strong style to go for on this map.
Oh god, yeah, there is so much potential for that. The Phoenix count is slowly being banked up in the main base. Vindicta hasn't been able to get.
姆巴佩、汉兰德肯定都有的呀，这个他妈怎么可能没有嘛？
这些都不屑念好吗？
这些姆巴佩、汉兰德都不是就一般都是上不了场的。姆巴佩、汉兰德。
Don't get too excited there, but this is something that he was looking for in his previous game. And this is actually the kind of opening that he was looking to be going up against. So the opening that Shadown
我就一个马拉多纳，一个那个鲁梅尼格，一个皮耶罗，就传奇的，还有一个维埃拉，还有季科、罗伯特卡洛斯，什么坎贝尔、范巴斯滕，还有马尔蒂尼，就这些了，就是传奇的。其他现役的球员，对，就这些传奇的，其他几个现役的就这么回事了。
Yeah, does clean this up and doesn't lose any Phoenix, quite importantly. So not the best trades here for Vindicta. This does put him pretty significantly on the back foot here.
Oh god, it really does. And from here, where do we go? I mean, we do
没有古力特那段时间想抽不到，最后放弃了，就没有抽了。就可能因为古力特没抽到，我最后才放弃的。
Yeah, that does put Vindicta into a little bit of an awkward position. He does have the
下档防的不错，感觉这个 Winter 没了呀。前期这样压一波，啥都没压到，没了。
这种足够世界杯夺冠了。
Stim only just now starts. All this was delayed because of the Cyclones, because of that push. Meanwhile, Scan, pretty crucial, does confirm the Robotics Bay.
Yeah, good scan there. Picks up on the extra gases, picks up on the Robo Bay as well. But on the side of Shadown, he really doesn't.
这游戏还是有一些技术含量的，你还是要靠技术取胜。阵容好，也未必能赢。
These Phoenix are going to be able to keep Vindicta back in his base for a while here.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to take a long time for Vindicta to finally shut down these Phoenixes, if ever. So with that time, Shadown, why not expand? Take a fourth base, tech up, get your production up and running.
这个神柱没把Vindicta当人呐，直接4开了。
Double robot production. Yeah, Shadown just kind of has free reign.
Yeah, that's right.
克莱姆他们在正赛里面 ，Liquid 在正赛里面，虽然没有进季后赛啊，但是克莱姆他们队下来那不是开无双，
那倒是。
But at the same time, he's pretty significantly behind here. That's a big supply differential.
你们直接要克莱姆下来，就直接开无双了。寿司骆驼赢了，寿司骆驼这个夜蝶 OQ 了对面。
Yeah, this army just going to be a little bit annoying. Start to trade out a few units here. It does only have the one Colossus, so
夜蝶一个人把这个白金英雄所有人都干完了。
Definitely going very heavy into those Marines just to deal with the Phoenix and the Phoenix.
那寿司骆驼是第3支进入到正赛的队伍。
对，
然后
这
场
比赛就是最后谁赢谁就进季后赛了。不叫季后赛，进这个
正赛。
进正赛，他这个因为是这个升级嘛，所以4级联赛。
我还要把这个是问一下人数。
That's a few Marines there getting picked off almost for free just for the energy on the sentries.
Yeah, great force fields there by Shadown, just punishing a little bit of greed or a little bit of misinformation there by Vindicta. It's going to be able to take down the Observer, so it's going to be a little bit harder for Shadown to really keep up with the army rotations, but there are now 2 Colossi.
Yeah, this is a very awkward spot for Vindicta. He is so far down in supply, he is really going to have to total things out to get back into this game.
Yeah, exactly. But he's really struggling to do said turtle. Like the Phoenixes, they just keep on chipping away at these gas mining SCVs, and finally one more goes down. But I really worry about this frontal push. We need more defenses. We need more bunkers. We need more everything.
Yeah, every SCV here is vital for Vindictor, and we can see how busy he's being kept with all the harass of Shadone as well, getting pretty significant here as well.
温迪卡输了呀，感觉。就小当只要敢冲，他只要敢冲，他就要等个角速，角速一好就冲就结束了。
温迪卡主要还是前期的战术啊，第一波过来啥都没打到，主要是这个战术。然后被凤凰完克了，那么雷达一撒4矿都开好了，5矿都在踩了，对。
明天
在家里面憋。
明天是第一场是 IG 对 OG 啊 ，IG 对 OG， 然后第二场是瘦死骆驼队这场比赛的胜者。我有预感，
鸟哥已经放话了啊，鸟哥放话了，单防马入。
不是，我有预感，黄哥，我有预感。
啊，
我觉得可能瘦死骆驼跟 IG 还要打一场，
有可能。
然后鸟哥所谓的单防马路，在我看来，我觉得他们甚至见不到马路。
说了，
你觉得呢？
有可能。反正鸟哥是放过话的，单防马路。要冲了下档，落后50人口，感觉怎么冲都冲赢。家里面还中了一个几个差。
Unfortunately, those zealots are going to get into the main base of Vindictor, and his attention is being.
换句话，他们又说了，马入都不敢上。一听对面有 Old Clam，
说的没有错，
都不敢上。
A lot of lost mining time, a lot of attention spent trying to deal with this attention that's not being
spent. 低频说了，小副马入，完了你们都已经想好了，明天。
Yeah, and that means that in the next big engagement, Shadowne, he can trade inefficiently, and it's okay. He can replenish what he loses. He can't even tech up from here. Maybe even going to Skytos. He has that Stargate from earlier. For the time being, just sticking.
现在 A 还是能够，我觉得还是应该能够打死。
就
Windy 他想的也很传，现在就家里面先憋到4矿憋起来，然后再憋自己的这个科技兵种全部憋起来，最后给你打200打200。
Shadone can commit a lot to these walkers and run-bys into the main here.
Yeah, he really can. You know, he can afford to do so. 9 more SCVs go down again, just keeping the economy of.
但是你200打200，你也不能零攻，你也不能1攻1防，别人你妈3攻3防，2攻3防都快一半的。
But where's the fourth? It's finally on the way.
The fourth is finally on the way,
对
but
不对
Shadone
嘛
has been so patient with this force that he has here, and
你攻防还是要升的呀，你这个
time to go. He's going to spot
本身攻防就已经慢了。
He can start to either put pressure on this third as the defense is taken away.
赢哥斯达黎加平土耳其负巴西，哎，这个剧本怎么那么熟啊？
He's going into his air transition already.
02年国足也是这么想的，
那然后呢？
然后不就常常被人2比0、3比0、4比0？
哥斯达黎加都打不过吗？
他凭什么打得过哥斯达黎加？
还打不进去。
All this army for Shadone, it is wounded. The EMP is splashing almost everything he has here.
Oh yeah, exactly. Vindictor does trade more efficiently here, we will say that, but a Zealot run-by is being set up on the right-hand side. The tanks have moved on over. There is a full wall for the most part. Oh god, but Vindictor, he has to split up his army.
Yeah, that's right, and the Zealots do sneak through that small gap in the wall. The SCVs unfortunately not repairing that bunker, as at the same time on the left here, Shadone is going in, and those Colossus
虽然攻防落后啊，但我只能说，他真的挺能防守的。
他思路还是清楚的，就憋。
但这个侠当的暴兵是还是有点实力啊，马上又200人口了，冲完一波。
Yeah, he is trading well, but Shadowne, meanwhile, behind this, getting up his 6th base. He has such control of the map. He has pylons everywhere, even cannons at his 6th base. Starting to think about going into that.
哥斯达黎加上孙继海不被黑脚踩下去有救。哎，那倒是真的。我觉得孙继海在场的时候，这个 右路的这个进攻还是挺犀利的，他是场上就是比较容易发起进攻的一个选
手。这么多年下来了，你还记得这场比赛？
我记得呀，我当然记得了。他妈，我是一个足球的当年的铁杆爱好者，我对这种国足打进世界杯的比赛，那不是场场都看，如数家珍。
那土耳其呢？
土耳其没机会，那届土耳其太强了。土耳其是真没机会，巴西也是真没机会。
Yeah, he hasn't, just F28 everything in, not at all. Meanwhile, here we go. He does blink on forward. Would you have a couple of EMPs? Can he
砍不掉。正面机再冲，哎，这我觉得要被翻啊！这样也不会被，这个钱太多了，
经济差太远了。但是这个维迪塔思路很清楚，他现在就是学马路这套呀，就是我在家里面守着，然后开矿嘛，慢慢打嘛。对啊，玄武大阵慢慢打，我就欺负你200打不过，最后他就只能这样，对吧？这个沙藏有没有什么好的进攻方式？
对。没有进攻手段，
还打了巴西一个门柱，说的没错。赵俊哲，右脚一波一射，应该是左脚一扣，右脚一射，打到了远门柱上。
如果当年如果能进这个球的话，妈也能。
这个球进了，大家还是有个美好的回忆的。
也能吹一吹。
Yeah, that's right. Vindicta is fighting tooth and nail, and meanwhile his main is completely mined out of minerals. His natural very close to mining out as well, so he's in such a rough position here because he really does need to start thinking about getting into a 5th base, but he can barely hold his 3rd and 4th.
慢慢的往里抹，哎呀，要想秒这个秒不掉。
秒不掉。
Again, Vindicta, he's doing so well holding on, and he is getting up in supply. Just the longevity isn't there. Hopefully, he could even be forced to lift up his main.
Yeah, I'm just really not sure.
现在其实下档就等着你出门了，你出门他才会打，他冲了几波发现不太对。妈的，你在家里面猥琐防守，
因为再冲不了，但是维尼塔现在就是在家里面守着，我一定要憋到200打的。
感谢神射手哲别的一个
哲别的飞机啊，感谢兄弟。
Getting a couple tanks here are going to be able to get towards the SCVs, but that is a little bit of a wasteful trade. All of those
这钱是真的多，10把刀这么刷的他一定要把这个基地。
钱太多了，就随便跟你耗就行了。
Exactly, 3-3 is on the horizon. He does end up spotting those disruptors on the left-hand side. It looks like Shidown does recognize.
我感觉他还是要冲啊，他很冲动啊，感觉。
Yeah, coming up the ramp here is going to be able to deny mining once again, using these disruptors as well, just to zone out, get a little bit of damage on the tanks. Tanks actually taking down some of these disruptors here, so Vindicta getting decent trades, but he's going to need incredible trades to stay in this game.
Yeah, oh my god, as you say that, Nova does connect with the bio army. He's stimming on forward though. It could be
我靠，直接打出来了。
这正面神族打不过啊，正面神族。
This is a good fight for Vindicta, but look at the bank of Shidown. Shidown can afford to take bad trades. He has a lot of time to take bad trades, even blinking these DTs onto the back of the bio.
哎，但是引到地宫了，刚刚。他经济还是好很多，还是能换。
现在其实换到这个局面就应该继续的去换，你后面就刷他跟他换就好了。对啊，那么多矿在手。
Yeah, Vindicta realizing he is in a dire situation here. He has to make something happen somehow, some way. He has taken out a lot of the splash damage here, but there are just so many units. He's being overwhelmed here.
Oh god, he really is, and I do feel like he's going to be a little bit on his last legs.
温达现在想要把这个局面先稳定下来，他觉得这样冲的话，有可能会被冲死。
Yeah, that's right. And Shidown just jumping in there, sniping off that lib. Does take a little bit of damage from the PF, having some of these units shaved off here, but he has units to spare at this point, and a little bit of sneaky disruption through the army.
没扎到啊。我觉得还是要赢吧，这个沙当这样。
赢不是件很
这自爆球用的不是很好，他他妈的一直拖就一直剧团，有点二了，他这个还不如 A 上去呢。他这样一直拖一直剧团，然后被坦克炸，不是很二吗？
你就算把这个钱全部刷成是插和白球，我都觉得
你就冲上去换就赢了。说白了，
他很收那么多矿，
那维尼塔钱都没有，还出来送兵，我靠！对吧？你就一直冲，你不要拖了，你就拿叉子换，叉子换完了就退回去再刷叉子，你就他妈换就完事儿了。
对，你把坦克换了也是个说法呀。
对呀，你。哎呀，他就是一直拖，你还不如你就把追猎走了，然后叉子送在那里，你把有气的兵种留下来就好了。对对嘛，那么多兵，你就叉子一直换就完事儿了。妈，你当人族不死兵的。
Vindicta is fighting tooth and nail for every little piece of value he can get out of them.
纯的插在追猎，
维尼塔换不动了呀！
这还有那么多钱，
没钱呐！
他把坦克点了就完，每次就把坦克点了。
对呀，你每次只要换到坦克你就行了，你叉子换完了追猎就走，对不对嘛？然后回去再刷叉子，刷完了再来，不就好了吗？这妈这怎么可能换得动嘛？随便换，这个就属于。这是国内商业体育，就在我跟你说 ，LPO 开发出来之前，选手也遇到这个问题了。现在这些打篮球的网红挣的比 CBA 的球员多，这不就又变成这个问题了吗？就跟我们当年那些电竞的所谓的网红，对不对？当时电竞那些主播，这不就电竞网红嘛？挣的比那些英雄联盟的职业选手挣得多。那后来是英雄联盟的商业开发变好了，做好了之后，然后英雄联盟的这些选手的收入也提高上来了，那选手才安心去打职业嘛，才安心的把水平提高上来嘛。那前几年为什么不安心打嘛？就是因为他妈我选手，我觉得我打的那么好，然后他还没有外面就像 CBA 那些球员，我觉得我打的好多了，他们还没那些网红挣得多。他不能安心打的呀，一个道理的嘛。
是的，
就 CBA 还是这个问题，就你商业开发没有别人开发的好呀。一个道理的，就都是一个道理。就是我就那天聊起来，我就跟别人在聊了一会，我说我这哥们儿现在好像挺红的。就我觉得跟电竞不就很像嘛，然后就大家就聊起来了。我说我们电竞圈其实前几年也经历过这个问题。
CBA 应该有工资帽什么东西的吧？应该。
那我也不懂，反正我也是看有一个什么，因为现在我看好多那种，就是抖音上面那种篮球网红，现在他们很流行什么今天去这个地方打篮球，就跑去就跑到那种去打，反正就去各个地区嘛，去挑战别人打篮球啊什么的，就搞这种，看的人也很多的，打街球啊什么的。哎，就打到什么路人王啊，什么反正就有时候会刷到这种。
那些所谓的路人王跟那些 CBA 的那些职业的来打的话，
肯定不能打呀！你职业球员你怎么打嘛？就跟那些主播一样，以前就国内的这些电竞主播，妈吹的一套一套的，然后上去跟那些职业选手打，不是屎都被打出来了，不是一个道理吗？之前不是别人那个什么搞过的嘛？什么主播组了五个明星主播选手要。妈的，平时在直播里面都是要风得风要雨的，就感觉他妈的都是路人王，然后上去跟职业选手搞一下，妈职业选手他妈一个人头都拿不到上去打，直接被平推，20分钟就平推了，20分钟都没有，好像15分钟就平推了。一个人头都拿不到，大家不是干的同一个事情嘛，对吧？
也没什么错了。 那如果这样说的话，那你妈那些就是我看抖音那些很多那个做饭的那些厨师嘛，就比如说嘛，那你妈跟那些真正的那种酒店里面厨师嘛也不能比。
那我就不知道，这个应该不会吧？我觉得厨师好像并不是这样的吧。
我挺喜欢看那个
妈的做饭好像并不是
老饭骨啊老骨饭，反正我挺喜欢看这个这个还是做的蛮好吃的，很地道，关键是。
对吧？那我觉得做饭不一定的，做饭真不一定。对吧？你体育，你是个竞技体育，你有强弱的，你妈的这个是正儿八经的，对吧？你所谓文无第一，武无第二，你妈你比武啊，你这个属于。
没错，
就像抖音上面，今天我刚在厕所里面刷的时候，刷到了个什么邪魅，我靠，和他徒弟，你妈两个搞笑的一比，妈每天吹的自己好像打架很厉害，然后前2天被人你妈的暴打了。哎呀，真的你妈的真的搞。
那这个我这么比较，就是你妈打这种职业拳击跟你妈的一龙的这种差距嘛。
哎，就很搞那几个人，你妈每天就在抖音上面，我靠，我要挑战全网，你妈没有人打得过我，然后你妈上了一台，你妈站都站不稳，拿背对别人的，真的，你妈看起来肌肉很发达，你妈站都站不稳，而且来的那些打他的都属于那种不是很厉害的，你知道吧？都不是说我说的像李锦亮这种，你妈别人正儿八经八角笼里面干的，要是他妈这几个去跟李锦亮干，不是屎都打出来。对吗？就等于抖音上来了几个逼在那里跳，然后这边就出了一个可能都不是瑞白白，你妈的就出了一个比瑞白白还弱的，上去就把这些人暴打了。对吗？背驴，哎，就那个背驴，你妈真的搞，我靠！那别人一打他就拿背对着别人
啊？为什么会这样子？
哎呀，站都站不稳，反正。还有你妈抖音上那些网红什么他妈天天吹什么你妈的，老子看了泰森的视频，我觉得你妈的打综合格斗我也能干泰森。真的搞你妈的，我就想问一句，泰森巅峰的时候他妈就没有一个人敢出来跳，妈等别人老了60、70岁了说能打，真的搞。而且我觉得60、70岁了，这些抖音的网红他妈泰森上去也是一拳一个，妈别鸡巴吹。那个背对那个肯定是你妈打DOTA的，我跟你说。
刚被送的，
是的呀，你妈刚被打多了。
Does recognize what BattleB had planned there and manages to take that one out pretty easily. At the same time, he's setting himself up for the push. Does recognize that there's nothing around this frontal area, and he's going to be safe to push straight through the center.
多兰 TVT 好像还有点不是很弱那种。
这个看双方瞬间的操作，我觉得。就看这波双方的操作就知道了。
Yeah, that's right. And he's going to take his time. He's just going to set up these tanks out of vision here. Slowly creep forward, waiting for his reinforcements to come. Once he has this higher
昨天孙哥还说要打Apex 10夜，你妈的！
干嘛？昨天我带安喵吃鸡了呀，干嘛？
啊？
有什么问题？老子今天已经打到白金了。
啊！
下午又吃鸡，2000多的输出，我靠！
Yeah, Dolan's creeping forward with this tank line here, going to start to put on a little bit of pressure here. It does mean that he is closer if he wants to unsiege and resiege. It does look like he's going to start to think about.
前面一架锁，
哎，直接上不锁了，直接炮台了，炮台也对的。
还有一个没扔，还有扔下来了，扔下来了。好像打赢了吧？
制空站不住吧？能不能站住？制空站住了，后面两个动一动，动一动，制空。没动都打赢了。 那这个就很难受了呀，这个。
哎，这个再等一个能量直接进去了。
其实我是觉得直接，
我告诉你，那个 Apex 我他妈就经常看那个皮特打，是有点东西。
Yeah, and Battle B going for a little bit of a reposition
其
here.
实
He
黄
does
哥
have
我也
the
有东
option
西，
soon if he wants to go for this break to potentially pull some
你有个
SCV.
锤子东西
这。我真有
Dolan
东西，
are
我
a
跟你
little
说
weak，here, but looks like he's actually in range of the mining here.
我
He's
依靠自
putting
己
on
对
a
这个
lot
游
of
戏的理
pressure.
解，加上我这个瓦尔基里这个英雄的理解，我已经找到一条你妈的能够老六到你妈死的办法了。
Yeah, the lib
强行
is
冲了，
here,
没
and
办法
that's
了。
gonna force the attack from Battle B. He's gonna jump on this now with the
下来了
SCV.
呀
哎呦，强
The
冲
marine！attack is good, those
他有
tanks
兴
are
奋
so
剂
low.
是打出来了，
他有
他有
兴奋
兴奋剂打出来
Battle
了。
B is able to push this back.
Yeah, exactly. Battle
那以后要不要什么 EA 如果搞比
感
赛？
谢老仙来我文章中不了的一个飞机，感谢兄弟。
感谢兄弟，我说啊，
嗯，
我说要不 EA 以后有什么比赛我们去解说解说。
我觉得没有问题啊。
妈，孙哥上解说台好好吹一吹他的 Apex。
妈的，瓦尔基里准备就绪，我靠，永远都在你妈移动，地图各种地方移动。
孙哥上去，哎，这个英雄是什么技能呐？ 斗鱼杯叫我们弄进去了，斗鱼杯找过我们的呀，我都谢绝他们几次了。
算了。
上次这个斗鱼的兄弟就过来找我，然后让我问我要不要去打 Apex 斗鱼杯。然后我说啥情况？他说我们看你们平时打还挺有实力的，我们斗鱼也想邀请你们过来打。
这妈的这种狗逼你妈的这种话，就是你妈乱说。其实我们没有什么实力，这个锤子实力，自己有几斤几两自己不知道吗？你妈要注意丢人现眼。哎，这白头币死一船。
后来我谢绝他们了，谢绝绝的对，黄哥，
他们这种上来都猎杀这种水平，我们怎么打？上
主要我后来问了一句，我问他有出场费吗？他们就不理我了。就我问了他，我问了一句有出场费吗？然后他们就再也没理我。是不是问的不应该啊？我靠！
你的确不该问，因为 Apex 好像在斗鱼现在这个情况并不是很好，不应该问他这些事情。
不是，我也不知道的了。
是你不知道，不知者无罪嘛。
是的呀。不是，妈的跑去被人打，他妈的要点医药费怎么了？
没什么错呀，是你妈真被人打，关键是。
那老子跑过去被人打，你妈要点医药费都不行。
不是你妈的，什么叫小丑还要钱？妈的小丑在马上表演，他妈就不用就免费表演的啦，我操，对不对嘛？
是的呀，
小丑他妈的也会受伤的呀，我靠。万一表演你妈高空跳台，你妈的没有抓住，被你妈的跳下来怎么办？
Does have the center tower set up as well, but it's looking like he's going to go for a little bit of an aggressive move with some of his marines here, just trying to trade those out to make space for his starport units.
Boy, that he is. And again, I mean, we're relatively close to maxing out. Here's a Battle B. I'm sure he wants to get rid of whatever he can. Ooh, but Dolan going into a fusion core.
这白头币也挺好的。
白头币挺厉害的。
Going to be going for a Viking lib style. Probably recognizes that from that opening he should have a decent lead with the Vikings at least for now. At least until Battle B can really start pumping out of these 3 starports.
Yeah, exactly. I was looking to see, are we gonna have some tech labs on these starports? Nah, just reactors. It's okay.
这个多兰有一说一啊，还可以打的。我感觉他可能是他可能是小黄鸭的一个大将吧。这个多兰。
Yeah, relatively even on the Viking camp. Battle B going for a little bit.
差不多吧，我觉得小黄鸭这个人还是维迪塔比较厉害一点。
Fortunately for Dolan, if he does choose to go for a heavy marine style, he does have the opportunity to potentially catch this out a little bit, and it does look like he is looking for a timing here where he can get a little bit aggressive. But that scan from Battle B is going to bring him back home.
Yeah, exactly. He has to turn around here, make sure he keeps up here with the marine count of Battle B. Back at home, he's taking another base, taking his 5th, throwing down, oh my god, so many CCs.
Yeah, you can see that Battle B, he's been playing those games against Big Game on the ladder.
双方
多兰好像也没什么。
这什么东西啊？什么一字长蛇阵呐？
一字长蛇阵，
这你妈！
气势还是很足，刚
It
刚
is。the great,
有气势
the
有气
great
势
wall of Marines. A perfect little cue. Lined them up, and I don't know how you do that. To be honest, it's kind of weird. It's kind of creeping me out. Are you okay, Dolan? Is this a cry for help?
It looks really weird to me too, Papi. I don't know what to say.
我觉得这多兰主要是进
Oh
攻手
my
段
god,
不是
Dolan
很行。
just giving us a sign.
两边憋呗，现在也没什么办法。
Bit of modern art.
But Lib Rage
多
is
兰
about to
他是
finish
赌
up,
多呀
and we were talking about it earlier,
没错的呀
maybe
多他的
can,
多呀
kind of have a bit of a surprise factor with
难道
this
我
and
能
take
读他
advantage
读
of
刀
this
兰
and
吗
does end up moving
刀
into
塔的
this
刀
both armies now maxed.
刀塔是中国的这
Yeah,
个
that's right. And interestingly
翻译
enough,
好
he
吗？
has
就
done
我
pretty
那我
well
中
with
中文
the
就是
upgrades
刀兰
managing
是吧
to tie things back up. Battleby has been investing a lot more of his gas into those Ravens, into those Vikings, getting a pretty
我
high.
那天很
Raven
搞笑，你
count
说
now.
刀塔，
This is
我
a
我
very
跟你那
technical
天
style with that high Raven
大
count.
概
Dolan's gone
我去
really
接
heavy into
接
the Marines.
孙焕家嘛，
Yeah,
然
I
后
mean, he's got
有
just
个交通
65
9.8的那个
36 of battle
就那
beat.
广播嘛，你在车上不是无聊会听广播嘛？
Each other, it looks like Battleby is
然
gonna
后
siege
有人去求助，就是有一个妹子去求助，她说她老公你妈的打了20年 DOTA 了，每天他妈都要刀几把，怎么样才能够让他这个把他那个刀塔游戏瘾给断掉？
戒了是吧？
对的，然后被你妈的被
可以来找我们打刀塔呀。
被主持人喷了一顿，你妈的，我也是打 DOTA 的，干嘛打会 DOTA 不行吗？ 这样的男人你还不知道珍惜，老子人都傻了，你妈的！
妈喷的好，我觉得主持人
你妈，
他妈真的喷的好。妈打游戏的男的还不珍惜，我靠！哎，每天就在家里面打几盘 DOTA， 你都不珍惜，你还要喷他，你不要打 DOTA， 那我他妈每天晚上出去喝酒好了。是不是这个道理嘛？我就他妈说的真的正义感爆棚，我操！
妈的，我觉得
绝对正义之言。
主要我忘记这个主持人是谁了。妈的，我觉得这个主持人你妈估计也是打 DOTA 的，我操！
对呀，说的好，这种他都不知道珍惜。
I wonder. It's gonna be interesting. I mean, technically, if he does take down everything in the air, then he can go for the mass.
黄哥已经带入了，我就这样跟我老婆说的呀。我靠，我到家打游戏怎么了？是不是吧？打游戏管我干嘛嘛？我想怎么打就怎么打。
任务完成了，主要现在。
Yeah, there are turrets everywhere, and Battleby has gotten himself into a really commanding position. He has bases absolutely everywhere.
对不对嘛？任务完成了，现在。
是呀。
妈的，你爸妈也不会来烦你了，对吧？传宗接代任务完成了，这个传宗接代呢，说实话也是我们中国人的一个传统，对不对？
那倒真的，有儿子了就是义气，说的
没错。
Yes, engagement is not going well for Dolan. These tanks are not going to be able to cover the advance.
多兰要招重啊，他没了，天空已经没有渡鸦了，这怎么弄啊？
Battleby's control with the air units has been fantastic.
一个游戏主播不知道，但我跟你说，游戏主播会出现一个问题，你就最后你打游戏，你他妈不直播的时候，你反而不想打游戏。
Yeah, Battleby has been so patient here, and Dolan has just been constantly looking for an angle.
会的，
Will take out one of the tanks there.
对吧？有时候你会坐在电脑前发呆，你也不想打游戏。
Still just stuck on his 5 bases here. Hasn't really been able to afford him health.
会出现这个问题。
Battleby here is on the march.
我靠，这妈冲这个坦克真怕不是人冲没了。
没了呀。
这白头币比他强，这妈的这就没打进去，
就大家都能够运营到200人口，到最后，妈的这卡了。到最后你会发现一个问题，就是你正面打不过，那这个就是 TVT 最大的问题了。就以前杰伦也是这样的，每次跟任何人打都能够憋到200，但是最后他妈正面打不过。
正面打不过。
对啊。
就是这个白头币比他强，所以白头币应该能看到最后的这边的复活。
让他多吃点，然后喝点汤什么的。
高一点嘛，长壮一点。
对。
啊，对。
对啊，然后
这个没错。
我说你再这么下去，过个2-3年，你妹妹都比你高了，你还混个锤子。
哎，孙宁倒是真的有点瘦，
对不对嘛？
哎，这个倒真的，虽然男生可能发育比较晚吧，但是他真的有点瘦。
童子骨。然后逼他每天你妈必须给我喝一包。
他在他们班是不是也算瘦弱的？
你说的没错，肯定算瘦弱的。 这个身高对于一个男孩子来说还是
喝牛奶嘛，
他喝点，我每天逼他喝一包牛奶，不喜欢喝也得喝，当药喝下去。
吃蛋嘛，就是一个鸡蛋一个牛奶，这个保证嘛。然后多吃点这种你说的筒骨啊，
对，筒骨要
牛肉啊什么多吃一点。我们小时候是没得吃，现在的小孩妈的营养肯定是不缺的。
就我在他这个年纪，我记得我在他这个年纪，我很喜欢吃那个什么，就那种蹄膀，你知道吗？就那种
我知道，
这种蹄膀，然后红烧蹄膀，我很喜欢吃这个东西。在他这个年纪。要么用黄豆炖蹄膀，我也很喜欢吃。
练体育不会让他那个的，但是你可以让他参加一些体育锻炼的，多运动，然后参加一些体育锻炼，然后把营养再补起来。
对的，
这个怎么都会那个身体都会长壮一些。就是你参加体育锻炼，一个是让你身体长壮，第二个是让他的整个人啊，就是你从小参加体育锻炼的小孩，你整个人的自信心会比同年龄段的小孩要强一些。
黄豆炖，对啊，炖猪手炖那个蹄膀都可以啊，要么就是那种黄花菜的红烧蹄膀，那也很好吃。
打篮球，你不管打什么嘛，你就参加体育锻炼，让自己的身体变得棒棒的。
他趁他就现在这段时间嘛，那稍微补一补，对不对？
Battle B is in the dark. He only saw a single Reaper, so there's an opportunity here for Dolan to bank up a little bit more.
跳绳他们每天都要跳，有那个他们要有规定的。哎呦，直接来刀篮。
哎呦，炸的可以，这下炸的救了命啊！这白头 B 操作不错，炸的救了命。
Does have one go down, but taking out a few of those SCVs, he is starting to get some damage.
Yeah, he's going to be able to delay the natural CC
黄哥自信都出幻觉。
我感觉这盘基本上来说。
Oh, pretty greedy coming up into the main here. He's going to have.
基本上来说 ，Battle B 应该赢的。刀篮是一个
赢了呀，他
这
刚才那样防得很好。
But meanwhile, we see Dolan actually throwing down a fourth rack. He's going completely all in.
孙宁还说梦话吗？
不说梦话。
We'll see if he's going to be able to make full use of this. Again, still able to delay this natural base a little bit longer as Battle B is working towards his starport. Still just pumping out as many Marines and Hellions as he can. Not quite aware how committed his opponent is.
Yeah, this is all going to come down to the micro. It's really important for Dolan to keep
Battle B 应该能够
these
解决比赛，解决战斗了。
He does realize that he has to get damage done. He has to get it now, and he's going to take control of this ramp here.
He's going to be able to take control of the ramp. He's able to delay that starport once again. How good is the targeting here so far? Oh, it does take out another Reaper.
Oh, yeah, but this micro of Battle B is really good, and he is going to be able to take down a lot of these Reapers. I think we are seeing, unfortunately, the beginning of the end here.
基本上可以击了，
全送，击了，用啊！ 那你们一个正常的高中，对不对嘛？你如果大家如果都去考，
你是
考个几十个3级运动员，随便考吧一个。
2级运动员吧，黄哥。
3级运动员，我就说你一个高中，你去考3级运动员，考个几十个很正常的一个年纪，不是很难的。3级没有用，一点用都没有。就你平时你从小经常锻炼，就打球，运动。
不，你不是高考可以加分吗？
我们那个年代可以加10分，但是在我那一届改了，你知道吗？改成上限加分，上限加分约等于没用。上限加分的意思就是说，你如果没考上这个学校，你是不能加这个分的。你要过了这个学校的线，然后你在选专业的时候，你可以有点优势，仅此而已。2级加30分，我们那个年代，但是还是上限加分。2级也没用，我就这样跟你们讲，2级运动员也屁用没有。如果是上限加分。 就让你选专业的时候有点优势，其他也没啥卵用。2级运动员也走不了职业这条路。2级运动员你妈就是高考的时候你可能有点便宜可以占一占，跟你他妈靠这个吃饭一点关系都没有。
只有国家1级运动员才有这个资格是吧
？1级运动员想吃职业这口饭，他妈的都还要很努力。你妈你能考到健将级你就可以，你妈你高中能考到健将级，你可以靠他吃饭。2级运动员屁用没有，我就这样跟你们说。如果你跟我说你是个2级运动员，你说我想走职业这条路，你就妈劝你省省吧，你妈搞笑的。我也没乱讲，我靠！2级运动员怎么走职业这条路嘛？
Interesting. I have to wonder if he plans to maybe go for a bit of a proxy starport as the SCV is going to be.
怎么了嘛？我也没乱讲。
没什么错，好像没什么错。
Or I guess maybe even just to win this Reaper battle.
Yeah, it does look like instead he is going to be looking to snipe out this Reaper.
2级运动员体育老师，2级运动员体育老师你都当不了。
He does have the advantage here. And Depot doesn't go up. He catches the Reaper.
He does end up catching that Reaper. He will get out as a result. He will lose an SCV, but well worth it here for Vindicta.
不过照基地农民没断啊，这个倒还好。
As he sends that second Reaper across the map here, he will have a small window with his Hellion when that comes out as well to start to spiral things out of control here. And that Hellion is just finishing up now as well, so that will be sending straight across the map, and he has an opportunity here to put some damage on.
He really does. That Hellion is on the way. Battle B back at home.
我当年那个2级运动员，妈的，应该
他也不是国家级的，他你妈的是他们那个当地什么电竞协会颁发的，妈也更没卵用。
说的没错，
妈的国家体育局都不承认的，估计，妈不知道当地怎么搞出来的，是不是嘛？
有个名头，哎呀，
对呀，就当地你妈什么协会给他发的，有啥用嘛？
Yeah, really nice preparation from Vindicta here. Does recognize that Battle B being a little bit predictable with his openings. Does unfortunately lose that Reaper here, but he is going to be able to snipe out that Reaper there of Battle B. Really nice job there with the grenade, and does have the extra Hellion.
这个只有导弹车出来才能打。
温蒂塔好像还比那个多兰有战斗力多了。
说的没错，导弹车出来，但
小黄鸭唯一大腿。 5个农民，还要杀
9个、
8个、9个、10个。
这个 Battle B 难打了。
Yeah, that's right. He did recognize that Battle B going for the same opener.
王哥今天能够跟你们说这些东西，说明他曾经都经历过。
哎，我没乱讲。对的，所以有些时候说起来，就我跟你说3级运动员，差不多就你妈，我用星际来跟你们比喻，3级运动员可能就韩服你妈5000分左右，那2级运动员可能就是5300、5400，就不到5500。那1级运动员就韩服5800、5900、6000分左右，都不到6000分，可能都不到。
健将级就是你妈的，就顶
至少健将你妈至少是6100、6200了呀，至少是上去。大概就是这样的一个，这个概念，你知道吗？3级可能连5000分都没有，可能就4500分这种水平。 对不对嘛？就反正这个就学生里面普通学生里面好像就搞得好像还可以一样，但实际上没用，并没卵用。特别是你靠这个吃饭的人里面更没卵用。
那按照你这么说，黄哥，那你妈李培南岂不是起飞啊？
李培南是顶尖选手，好不好？一线选手。李培南只是选的这个项目里面他不是很强，好吗？ 是不是嘛？
说的没什么错。
他只是在这个项目里面，他不是世界 最顶尖的选手。
Yeah, that's right. And we are seeing both players continue to make.
但是他也不菜，他也不菜在这里面，对吗？他中国冠军，我不说他到了苏炳添的高度，他至少我觉得在田径里面他可能也是个谢震业吧。李培南不菜的呀，李培南肯定比吴磊很牛逼啊，这个在同级别的水平里面来比的话。
Yeah, so while he did get that third up a little bit earlier, it is going to be pretty difficult for him to take that base. Does look like he's gone for 3 Ravens, so gone for quite a defensive opening, and he will be able to get this tank set up down on this ledge here, but Vindicta is going to duck in with the Banshees now.
Yeah, and there we go. He's going to be able to pick off 2 of these building SCVs. Going to be delaying some of the extra production and the extra engineering base at the same time.
是的呀，比吴磊强多了呀。他是能够跟世界顶级选手交手，并且场面不落下风的选手。你换一个就传统体育，如果按这个传统体育媒体的吹法，那已经吹得很高了。对吧？这个项目并不是我们中国人的强项。那我们中国人出了一个选手，他妈的也完成了很多，打破了中国选手很多记录，比如说第一次杀进布利扎康，
有没有
也拿了连年拿了那么多届，
有没有篮球姚明的位置啊？
对吧？你可以跟一个其他项目里面的这些人，对吧？顶尖选手做一个。场面，并且还不做一个对抗，还场面还不落后，那怎么就不能吹了？不是只有拿冠军才能吹的呀。如果拿冠军才能吹，那中国有多少项目都不用吹了。
差不多，你说这个是姚明还是孙兴民？
差不多吧，反正就大概就这样吧。
Yeah, just snap that army out, and he is just going to be sitting in the middle of the map.
Battle B 现在一直很被动啊，主要前期太亏了。
Does have the option to break these rocks as well, just open up a few more avenues of attack for him.
姚明是 NBA 超巨。哎，那 NBA 也有很多打得好的，那一样的嘛，对吧？都是超巨，李培南也可以当超巨的。
Same can be said here for Vindicta as they both are just setting up their third bases, and I'm just really looking for the first like kind of point of
都是超巨，
for our players. Battle B whether he expands.
只是项目不行。
I'm just splitting up and also getting ready for a drop getting into his own mace as well.
Yeah, Battle B has shown throughout the last couple games that he is very happy to play a bit more of a passive game. He's quite comfortable being the defender, and that does give him the opportunity to be a little bit greedy as well. And he is going to
但这场比赛胜败不好说。
tucked behind all of these tanks.
Yes, there we go. To be fair, this
Battle B 只能说现在劣势有点大。
as Vindicta is pushing on in. I love that he's making use of his Viking advantage as he goes straight.
看到你来了。 要锁！
We are going to be seeing those disables coming down. The Ravens of Battle B heading forward to throw down a couple.
这位置其实温迪卡，他如果能够再往上架一步就好。你都想着锁了，对吧？你就往上架一步就好。炸一下，制空是站住的，打不进去。
Battle B 就是守呀，刚刚他也是守着翻那个多兰的盘的，他防守还可以。乱吹李佩南，哎，李佩南还有点实力的，也没你们想的那么弱。强肯定也没有那么强，比姚明稍微弱了一点。姚明的确还是顶级中锋，这个不一样的。
顶中顶是吧？
对，姚明也是顶级中锋，这个还是不一样。李佩南至少你不能说他是顶级选手吧？ 一线选手只能讲，对吧？一线选手。大概约等于易建联吧。
易建联也很猛的呀。
我觉得差不多易建联不过分吧。约等于易建联吧。这个在比如说在 NBA 的位置，约等于易建联。这个差不多吧。
Yeah, that's right, and it will be a bit of a counterattack drop, and this is going to feed right into Battle Beast's hands because that's what he's setting up. He's going for a pretty non-committed attack here on the front, and this is really designed to catch out this, to force out a move.
这200打200都有机会啊，现在。
Exactly, Vindicta actually a little bit deterred because of these Marines that were also looking to maybe hunt down one of these drops. The drops are just hugging the edge of the map.
这波9死1生，如果被截了的话，
孙乌龟相当于王世鹏。
王世鹏是谁嘛？啊，王世鹏是谁？
遥想当年你妈对斯洛文尼亚的一局绝杀，那打也就那么回事儿。
篮球的话，
差不多啊，感觉好像说起来，
毛，妈的，
那打也就那么回事儿。
你可以
妈的，王世鹏出来说一句斯洛文尼亚也就那么回事儿，好像也差不多呀。哎呀，绝杀就那么回事儿。
There we go. This posturing has paid off. Just feigning aggression here. Vindicta is. I mean, he is going to be able to take down these rocks, but at the same time, he scans and he sees the location of all those Vikings.
Yeah, a bit like the puppet master controlling the strings. He is dragging Battle Beast.
双线，看这个进攻，这边好像没有防啊，家里面。
他走开了。
这个围巾没有防，
遭中了，
围巾没防，遭中了，这波遭中了。这一波要回救，家里面要被打穿。
Yeah, at the same time, here we go. Vindicta's going to push on forward. He throws down his own disables as well. He can't quite dive on these tanks, but he can position himself to deny mining here at that third.
王世鹏打斯洛文尼亚那场是不是13头13头移动啊，还是多少头移动啊？反正就最后就老六就进了那一个球，但是那个球就赢了。
我觉得我应该是个朱芳雨。
你是个锤子朱芳雨，朱芳雨他妈敢上去打架的，你敢吗？
他这有血训的一逼好吗？我
他妈朱芳雨又不是老六。
A little bit overstint, cannot take another one of these fights, is in position to delay this space once more, and to be fair, he can maybe afford to lose some of this army, but his reinforcements, they need to get here sooner rather than later.
Yeah, it's really important that he's organized with his reinforcements and he doesn't snatch at this lead that he's established for himself. Does have a pretty significant supply lead. Nice scan there, just going to be extra careful, but you see a Battle Bee...
这个投完基本上没
了呀，感觉。但没关系，他只要拿一个小分就结束了。说到底还是一个小分的问题。
被这样架着很烦，现在。
Yeah, that's right. Vindicta starting to pump out the Ravens and Vikings as well, but this is a pretty big Viking lead for Battle Bee. Vindicta going to be having to be very careful not to leave his tanks in a position where they can be exposed to a disable.
Exactly, we need to be so careful with this. He is now maxed out 200 supply, despite having this.
孙哥是巴特尔拿着1块钱年薪，啥都不干就拿冠军。把巴特尔好歹还陪邓肯练的，孙哥他妈的陪他们 DPG 谁练过？
我陪他们练吗？
乱讲。对啊，
就
巴特尔好歹平时还是邓肯的陪练，对，模仿一下奥尼尔。这个孙哥陪谁练嘛？他妈模仿，你让他模仿谁嘛？模仿马路吗？孙哥模仿 Cyro 是吧？这。
Yeah, he does have the potential for that drop if he wants to keep pumping out some of those medevacs. We do actually see him going for medevac boost, so yeah, this is definitely on the cards for Vindicta. The medevac boost is something we've been seeing.
巴特尔最大问题还是矮了一点。
他2米3吧。
你妈的！如果巴特尔有2米3，他妈还有姚明什么事儿？
那巴特尔多高啊？
巴特尔2米1左右，你多一点，2米1多一点，2米3，你妈有2米3还有姚明什么事儿？长得力量那么大，长那么壮，还有2米3，他妈的把奥尼尔吊起来打。
奥尼尔多高嘛
？2米1几啊？姚明2米27，2米27好像是。
这有史以来 NBA 啊，不是 NBA 篮球运动员最高有多高吗
？2米3左右。
Battle Bee here is just going to creep forward his tanks, but they aren't quite in range. Throwing down a couple turrets as well. He's going to force some friendly fire out of these tanks. Vindicta being quite disciplined here not to unsiege though.
我靠，这 Battle B 这样都能守吗？就是慢慢守。3米了嘛？2米3呀，就差不多2米3。因为你高了之后要灵活，其实姚明牛逼就牛逼在他妈那么高，还挺灵活的，基本功脚步很好，基本功也好，手。姚明投球的那个手的那个就是那种柔和程度，在他那么高的中锋里面是不存在的，而且他这个脚步在他那么高的中锋里面也不存在，这个是最恐怖的。一般你看那些很高的那种，就嘛，比如说韩国那个和深圳那种也很高也很壮，对吧？但是他你妈就显得很笨重，
就不灵活嘛。
妈有姚明这种天赋的，这种太难了，又灵活，你妈基本功又好。
Yeah, that's right. We talked about it a little bit before how these players have a very similar skill set, and we see Battleby here. Vindicta here playing a game.
哇，炸锁，反炸，哎，这一波招中了。
哎，但是我靠，维尼塔被打傻了。
哎，但后面
他这个机枪抹过去的时候被全部坦克打了，但是后面好像锁了很多，哎，坦克也解锁了。
这把还赚了，还赚了，别的币还
有可能翻哦。
但你看看，
有可能翻哦，这样打一波。
他这个钱。打回来一点只能说。姚明还能投3分球的，那么牛逼啊！
投的少，但是他有这个能力，但是投的很少。姚明牛逼就牛逼，他手很柔和，真的。你仔细去观察那种高中锋，其实有他这种手感，基本上是不存在，就历史级别的天赋，好吗？当然也跟他从小训练有关系，对吧？这个绝对是历史级别的天赋。那你看看那些长那么高的选手，有哪个人有他这种手感吗？那种勾手的那种，包括这种投篮的这种手感。非常标准。
勾手很厉害，妈的天勾呢！
手感很好，他投篮。
There's been some pros and cons because of it. Battleby has been able to get away with all of these Ravens. As Battleby's even refining his army even more just to make room for more Ravens. But yeah,
萨博尼斯还是有点凶。
Yeah, Battleby got to kill off a few of those Ravens, but Vindicta going for a very big push into the main here, even bringing them
又被投下了一个坦克守不住吧？而且还有那么多渡鸦天上来了，锁炸炮台扔起来，机枪回来，先要解决掉坦克，只要解决掉坦克，对方只有机枪其实还好。
这个位置其实应该稍微放点防空的，每次都被这个位置投。你要么就搞个什么瞭望塔什么的。全部一圈都罩住。
Yeah, Battleby's done such a good job here, but one thing that Vindicta is doing here is he is cutting off the bases of Battleby from each other. He's cutting this force off from the field, having another drop up in the main, so the multitask of Vindicta is starting to become a factor.
王治脚步也非常好。
Yeah, is it going to be enough though? Because here we go, Battleby is looking to try and break this position. He does get the disables off. He does get the siege.
真血战 ，Battleby 真的还蛮顽强的。
Yeah, Battleby has been very efficient throughout this game. Meanwhile, Vindicta going for a redrop here is going to be able to take out those tanks.
妈的，这是有机会翻的呀！这个 Battleby 这样打，你不觉得吗？
他家里面如果没有一圈防空的，
五方手出来了。
他家里面如果没有一圈防空的话，这个局面还是要输。这种就是你出兵点在家里面，别人只要一波成功，你可能出兵点就没了，你就不用打了。
He does have those SCVs headed over. He's going to try to establish the space up in the top left, but he is really starting to spread himself thin. And meanwhile, on the side of Vindicta, we are seeing him start to go into Yamato. He is recognizing this is going to be a very late game. He is going to have to find a way to leverage his extra economy into a lead. And Battleby, he recognizes.
Battleby 如果正面再打赢一波是很有机会翻的。
炸！
他五方开起来了吗？
哎，他主要团渡鸦好像。
他有天空，渡鸦也多。 对，换家吗？对，要包还是要换家？
包不动吧？
抹下去，再炸一次吗？
他先锁坦克，锁完坦克往前再推一步，其实应该。
See a bit of a run by denying one of those bases, and the Ravens of Vindicta, they're coming in.
哎呦！哎，这冲啦！
这个位置不好冲吧？拐角哎，他只要顶到坦克那个结束。
主要坦克所有坦克
全部被锁了，但后面还有坦克，后面坦克没有锁完。
差不多打下来，打的差不多，
打差不多。但现在这个维尼塔经济好像稍微好一点点，多一片矿。
We do have 5 tanks still for Battle B, but he's cut back a lot on these Ravens as well. For the first time in the game, both players even on Ravens.
Wow, we have evened up the Raven counts. We have
这个位置都不想放啊，这个位置。
不过现在还有个问题啊，这个Battle B 的2攻没好坦克。其实那个维尼塔已经3攻坦克了，坦克2攻是个质变。
Battle B putting on a lot of pressure here.
$2攻是质变，还是需要等2攻好了才能打。
再往里面切。我是觉得就看谁第一时间，这个基地是肯定掉不了的，修一下就好。而且第一时间能够锁住对方的坦克。这怎么会不去救嘛？那么近的位置，他不救啦。
那么他直接一口气要吃下去了。
炸！我靠，哎，不会吧？这坦克。
我靠，这个坦克展开有点输出的。你抬他一片矿，他是直接要怼你出兵点去了。关键是杜牙全倒，一口气直接往前炸了，你救还不好救，坦克直接。
Battle B 人口很低啊，现在。他农民被杀了很多。
Yeah, this is an intense moment here for Battle B. This really is his chance. He's going to have to make something
再锁
happen here.
他站出兵点，
直接打上去了。
出兵点可没那么好站啊，
不站出兵点，站到你这个位置你也很难受啊。
再锁，漂亮。Battle B 那么英勇啊！这么大的劣势居然
打着打着要打回来的样子，看起来。
换家了，
怎么大河出来了？
大河出来了。大河很烦。
大河直接飘上面矿，这个还不错，这个选择。要分点兵过去解决，但好像被截了。
He is all in on this attack here at the natural of Vindicta doing damage, and meanwhile, Vindicta keeping Battle B penned back in his bases.
Yeah, exactly. Like the supplies are relatively deceiving just because
3个大河一造，这大河出得很快。你现在在这个地方2矿这地方打也没什么用，其实。
That tank does manage to get, that battle cruiser is going to take out this tank. He's going to take out a lot of these marines. This battle cruiser is getting so much.
还是输了 ，Battle B 还是输了，这个前期劣势太大。
最后这口气他没吃下来，主要是最后还是。对吧？没有一口气把对方的出兵点占掉。
Going for a little bit of a base trade, trying to take out as many of these bases as he can and set himself up nicely for the macro game that will ensue. But meanwhile, Vindicta here, he does still have quite a bank. He's going to pull these SCVs as well.
总的来说还太穷了，就经济太差了。
再回来解决这波部队，打得不错了，那么大劣势搬成这样。跟进搞打游戏是一模一样的嘛，他只是他的工作是在电影电视剧这块嘛，他就拍个东西出来让大家看嘛，不就那么回事儿嘛。就平和一点嘛，就看这些东西。
我只能说黄哥说的这个倒是真的。
平和一点，你别把他看到有多么这个很高，位置很高，好像你去了这个东西你就怎么了，你就变人上人了吗？这不是这么回事的呀。
说的没错。
对吧？就是一份工作嘛，这个你愿意去，你有兴趣去就去，没兴趣就没兴趣。这个没有什么这个有的没的呀。
We are sending all blood
flow
to
Hands up, everyone! Hands up! Let's start stroking.
不，当然你说钱特别多，那你是去挣钱嘛，都是工作嘛，挣钱又不寒碜的，那肯定会你最后不是因为你这个你是去挣钱的呀。
你妈的，黄哥这你妈话锋一转的真好。
Yes, sir.
那是的，你说你妈一天给你几百万这种，那肯定这种就不说这他妈的。这个不一样的呀，这不对吗？人还是正常点好。
这是实话啊，这的确这样。
得加钱，这，哎，就你工作不就是为了挣钱吗？这有啥区别
？VS 吗？还是再一个 VF 啊？他在等。
等 VS 吧，应该是。
应该 VS。
野个 VS 拼一枪，
然后投火车应该是。这个投火车很凶啊，这投火车。
I would like to see Vindicta start to think about putting a little bit of pressure across the map just to keep BattleB busy. He will start to notice if there's no Reaper coming across, but yeah, this is a really nice opening that Vindicta's going for. I've been loving this one lately. So the 5 Reaper 3 Hellion is a build that we've been seeing a little bit of lately. We've been seeing Vindicta go for it. We saw Coffee go for it quite a few times.
什么叫你们这话说的？什么叫演戏这件事情本身就是释放天性的东西，对不对？你在演这个角色，就算黄哥演多么卑微的人，多么卑微的角色，他就要融入到这个戏里面，跟钱不钱其实没有太大关系。你们就太熟了。
这什么东西啊？你在说什么东西啊？
他们只要说你钱到位，然后演什么都可以。我说不是的，这个是妈让黄哥演这个角色就要融入进去，对不对
？We are seeing Vindicta starting up that medevac, starting up that
fifth
Reaper, the 3rd Hellion as well. So he will be fully committing to this BattleB. At this point, he has to smell something's up. This is when
沿途都可以的呀，
he does
可以演的呀。
这种东西都一半一半的。其实演戏绝对还是很有意思的一件事情。
对。
因为你可以体会很多不同的人生，这个绝对还是挺有意思的。
哎，其实你为什么呢？就以前就前段时间有那么多人都喜欢去那种剧本杀这种，其实就有点演戏那种感觉。
对啊，就一个道理嘛，就可以体会一些不同的人生。
司马战术啊，这个是。应该说导弹车的，
导弹车没什么机会。
他应该是有运输机的导弹车。
He is of course on ping here, so this is going to be pretty difficult. But that Cyclone does have its shot picked up by the SCV there.
Yeah, it is a shot. Oh my god! Meanwhile, at the same time, nice pick up micro once again here from Vindicta. Can he get?
哎，导弹车。
差一点被秒啊！
操作很好啊，
很稳。这个 BattleB 操作非常稳。
其实打到现在也没打到什么东西啊，感觉就这么回事儿了。这一波 BattleB 赚了呀，我感觉。没有杀到农民。
It wasn't like Vindicta was all in by any means, but again, he was looking to deal a little bit more damage and maybe even snowball at the end of things. BattleB lost 2 SCVs, a Reaper, and a Marine.
Yeah, very solid defense by BattleB, and that does put Vindicta behind, but he's been able to show what he can do from behind, even building an extra starport here, so
这个 VS 在外面其实是不是很好的一个迹象啊？看嘛，2 VS 啊，他这是什么东西啊？维京坦克一波，
直接抢制空了，应该是直接抢制空。2 VS 起源流，再放个 VS。
How little damage he was able to get there is a lot of pressure on him now to get something done. He does have to get some damage to find himself back in this game, and maybe seeing how the game of Dolan went, he said, you know, I saw some potential there. I reckon I can make something happen with that.
It's definitely possible. We'll see how he can do this. How that build can work out in the hands of Migs of Vindicta.
我是觉得这么打，文迪塔要输，他的这个套战术就是要用的很精髓才行。
对。
就别人待会儿这个兴奋剂真正好了之后 A 出来，他又不管你天上有多少围巾的，妈个我反正我就 A 的，对不对嘛？
他现在就是抢天空嘛，用围巾。
你天空抢了，其实到时候最后会变没用。
有点没架到，直接被架抢天空架这个位置了。不还好，其实一个坦克还好，他直接锁了就解决了。扔个炮台其实也能解决。
兴奋剂不能掉，
本身也没什么东西。
修一下。
兴奋剂掉不了啊，怎么可能掉兴奋剂嘛？
坦克有点多，
他那么多坦克，随便架就给你架了。
这锁也锁得好。
哎，他其实这个渡鸦找
乱了，这个 Battle B 乱了，现在制空也打不过。
他其实真的，你想想，他的渡鸦能量那么多，对方下面就一个坦克，他上面扔2个炮台不就解决了吗？
对啊，
随便解决的。这个处理导致自己现在很难受。
去扔那炮台，哥。
他不敢去，他怕死渡鸦。现在对方围巾越来越多，你反而没办法扔了。
3个坦克了，哎呦，这位置难受了。
不是温蒂塔如果翻回来，
大江战
大家
继续啊。
这个就是大家都复活，这边再复活一个。
对啊，但应该不太会复活 Battle B 的，打不过。
估计 TVT 有点打不过，看起来。他们队伍这有个神猪打的还可以。
打正面，Battle B 有机会冲出去啊！这个有兴奋剂的，哎，算了，妈3个坦克，这4个坦克这样，
就没。是啊，
这元宵就是汤圆，在我们的概念里面。
算了，下次孙哥来，
元宵是元宵，汤圆是汤圆，元宵是摇的，汤圆是包的。
你是下个星期本来就要来的嘛？
我是周2呀。
你周2不是住一晚上吗？
不住，回来还要播那个。
不住了？
不是，回来要播战队赛的呀。那个18号不是 ESL 那个。那肯定。
周2下午拍好了你就走了。
对啊，肯定让他们选手先打 ESL 的比赛的呀，对不对嘛？
那这样，周2中午你先来我家。
我来个锤子你家，你妈的周2中午直接拍东西，他说他跟我说很早就要拍了这个东西。不要急，有机会
再说吧。 18
号播的是吧？周2播的，下周2播的那个不，下周2那个20号播的。18号是本来是这个我们要播战队赛嘛，那后面因为是跟这个 ESL 亚特兰大战这个选拔赛冲突了，那中国选手都要去打那个选拔赛嘛，那这样的话我们就延期嘛。
Yeah, Yeah, I'm sure he does as well. So far, Shidan just going for his regular gate expand opener as well. Nothing too crazy from the side of the Protoss. Shidan with his probe is even able to scout and confirm that the minerals are being mined out. He doesn't see the CC.
凭什么不是他延期？
Very good educated guess. He
等我
knows
们
that
到时
opener.
等我们有机会有一天，奖
Yeah,
金
that's right. Meanwhile, this
一届
SCV
战
is
队
gonna
赛
shoot
奖金
away the
超
probe.
过
We are gonna have this Reaper
50
coming
万
out
刀
for a
啊
little，
他
bit
就
of
可以延
extra
期了。
scouting, and now
这
our eyes are going to be on the side of Shidan to see what tech is going to be going down. I do think it would be crazy not to go for Stargate on this map.
We'll see how crazy Shidan is. We do see the Reaper just rushing across said map.
国内谁去啊？国内什么夜蝶啊、鸟哥啊、赛的都要去打呀，那不就没就冲突了嘛？他们7点钟开始
So
打，
he is going to be going
打
for
到
this,
砸几点还
Twilight
不知
Council
道，
here. So there are quite a few different options
那肯
going
定
in
打不
here.
了
He
嘛
could
那
just be going for a
换
standard
已经
2-gate link,
确定
but
换了，已经
this
确定
map,
换时间了。
there is a lot of space in between these bases. There's a huge amount of space in the main as well. So there is potential for some cheeky gateway all-ins as well.
There really is. It's the job of Vindicta to try and sneak on by and try and slip into
李
center
培南
base
打，
right
李
now.
培南他
不用打
应该是后面几轮，
对
他是最后几轮，
这个
他不用打海
是就他们就反正现在打到八强嘛，然后8强之后，然后打出4强，然后选出4个人去跟前4名，就上一届比赛的前4名再打。李平南是在上一届比赛前4名，所以他不用打这个。
Yeah, there we go. It is going to be that blink opener here. Nothing too crazy as Shidan is even looking to set himself up here towards the southern side of the map as well. Reaper still trying to find its way in.
难道星际比赛已经低俗到只看奖金？不是星际比赛，是任何比赛都很低俗的，只看奖金。他妈不看奖金，他妈谁他妈打 TI？
是的呀，
不是一个道理的吗？他妈 TI， 妈的不就奖金吗？还有啥嘛？
Very safe opener, but there is potential for aggression as well.
Yeah, there is that potential. We're gonna have
一个道理的呀。
to work with here for Shidan. Could even go into a war prison from here as well. Meanwhile, on the other side, we have been focusing a lot on what Shidan has been up to. Vindicta.
低俗到只看奖金，这你妈的！
Yeah, a little bit of a stylistic choice going for the cloak Banshee here, something a little different. Maybe trying to catch out the greedy opening.
S 赛的奖金不高，那是因为
he did go
也很高了呀，
well
因为没有比他更高比赛的奖金的呀，
delayed.
对不对嘛？
Yeah, it will be
你今天放一个这个奖金，你放在那里，你让那些人到网吧去打，他们也打的。
对的。
你要有 TI 的奖金，你让那些 TI 的队，你就跟他说，他妈的也没有舞台了，啥都没有，我们就在网吧5连坐，你妈就打起来。他们也打了嘛，有啥区别嘛？那找个黑网吧就把这个比赛打了。
Yeah, he has a Widowmine, but that is it. The Marines have to rotate on over. Same can be said for that tank. Oh god, it looks like he will not get a Stalker.
Yeah, so 2 SCVs going in
没跳到
without losing any stalkers there. Vindicta just going to set out that Marine just to get a little bit of extra scouting, and Vindicta just going to be extra safe here, getting that bunker in the natural.
Yeah, doesn't want to let that get too far out of control. Meanwhile, I believe the first Banshee is already out here. Actually,
讲究为什么在黑网吧？那就环境再差一点嘛，比网吧的环境还要再差一点，也能打的呀。
Yeah, exactly. So much damage being done again. There is no sim. There is no way to really punish any of these.
跳的可以啊，这个沙当。
Finally shows up, but that is a very nasty delay on this.
这个沙当不菜呀，这个沙当。沙当某种程度来说的话，其实是他们的主力嘛，就大哥。这 Battle B 还不够稳健。
God, exactly. Meanwhile, Shidan's still shocking around, looking for any kind of damage. He still has this observer in position
这
to
批
blink
操作
into
很好
either the
沙
main
当
base
操作
or
是
the
还可以
natural.
这
Meanwhile,
几波的
finally,
操作
these
不错
Banshie's can
而且现在
make
自己3基地也开起来了
get to work. Just waiting for both of them.
就看这2个女妖能不能够第2时间女妖起到起效。
这已经是第3时间了，这2个女妖绝逼是起效，我就跟你说，绝逼起效。你看着黄哥。
especially recognizing that Vindicta going for a more economic build at this point.
Yeah, exactly. So upon seeing that third CC, Shidan
这女妖一打，然后下段就乱了，甚至可以分个多线去打。他没分多线。
Yeah, they are going to be able to start picking away at these probes, and this is going to be a lot of damage going down right away. 5 probes going down, 6, 7. he is going to be able to start picking away at these probes, and there is nothing here in the way of defense.
有 OB 吗？没 OB 啊。
完了。没
OB 咋了？把雷达没 OB 完了。好
了，
正面啊，他没兴奋剂。
无所谓的呀，17个农民啊，哥18个，你他妈的这狐假虎威。真的是吓到了，吓到了！
他 OB 在外面，你回城呀，你 OB， 我靠！
他估计回过城还是怎么样吧？
他回了追猎回来，他应该把 OB 回来。其实家里面刷两个追猎不就守住了吗？
好了，自己3基地开了，再慢慢打。为什么世界杯没奖金就可以？哎呀，他有些比赛是打身价，有些比赛是打影响力，有些比赛是打奖金，对吧？而且世界杯奖金也不低，而且世界杯踢好了，下个赛季工资涨多少？你想想是不是？
这倒是。
对吧？没有这些环境，那么只能打奖金的呀。
又来，他看到了，这看到了，但是你看了没用，你抓不到呀。
他妈的又杀一轮，
跑了呀！我知道后面挂着，你怎么办嘛？你又没 VS 的。
He's going to force out some cannons as well, so Vindicta getting so much utility out of these Banshees and keeping himself in the game when that opening was a little bit rough for him.
哎，世界杯这个意义还是有点不一样的。
世界杯奖金也很高，好吗？
对，
也几千万美金啊！你以为没有吗？不要拿东西跟足球比，没啥好比。任何运动你去跟足球比，都显得要弱很多。这个影响力毕竟太大了。
哎，他不是说跑，就那种就是跑步，不是你妈的奖金最高的吗？
这么奖金干嘛打全奖金高呀？
打奖金高。那那种什么跑步那种什么，就什么跑100米这种。
他也没有奖金高呀，也不是奖金高，他们主要还是跑影响力。
Yeah, Vindicta playing this one so safe. You can see how confident he is in his mid and his late game control here. He is really happy just to, push this one further and further into the game. And the further in this goes, the more comfortable he's going to be as well. Those weaknesses of that main base and that back base and all the room for the Stalkers to jump around, it's going to start to fade away.
Is, but at the same time, Shadown is relentless when it comes to expanding. He took a 4th base incredibly quickly because he saw that he could, and likewise, he's also taking that gold. The 5th is on the way.
就不出门啊，就不出门。他2个望点了，2个望点，这个其实还是很关键的。问题他这个2攻，待会儿可能要出事儿。
这几个巨像是不是薄了点啊？感觉这个兵
没兵啊。
Yeah, that's right. Shadown has vision all over this map, but Vindicta, he's just going to poke around. He maybe even saw that observer throwing down an extra scan as well. Just going to try to find this army of Shadown. It's going to be moving back and forth, getting pretty close to maxing out here.
Yeah, exactly. The real question is who is going to shoot first? Who is going to siege first? As Shadown he has the high ground. He outpositions Vindicta, but actually he chases, he follows.
这个 OB 提供了很好的一个视野。
On this gold base, does throw that scan down now. He's going to catch the edge of this army rotating through, and those stalkers are going to start to pick away. But these tanks mean that those colossus can't get anywhere near him. Meanwhile, the Banshee in the rear getting in a lot of damage here.
Yeah, at the same time, that one drop from earlier, it does go into the main base as well.
哎，没刷出来这把刀。
家里面被搞。
2个叉无所谓的，这个2个叉。
2个叉怎么都能解决，拖农民都能解决。
Yeah, and those Banshees still picking away at that bottom right-hand corner, taking out so many of those probes before they go down.
带换蓝这里的带扶起，什么东西啊？你们在说？不，篮球没法跟足球比，这个。 就全世界比影响力比不了。
没反应。
再来，
他已经被多线他妈打傻了，已经。
EMP 看能不能把白球先清了？开个盾，哎，扎晚了，我感觉把坦克卖了有点。他如果提早往前再顶一下的话，其实坦克可以多输出一轮。
但是我觉得没问题啊，他后面还有2个坦克架着，
还是打赢了，还是
高台上那个坦克很关键。
那我这有啥节奏不节奏的吗？那哪个运动你妈的跟足球比影响力吗？没有。这我又没带节奏，又没乱讲。足球影响力，足球就是世界第一运动。你承认也好，不承认也好，它就是世界第一运动。
Yeah, meanwhile, Vindicta has managed to get this defensive setup here. He does throw down that scan. He's trying to keep track of all the observers, of all the map vision of Shadown here. And Shadown, he is setting up this attack, but does look like he's not going to catch this move out here. And oh, there's so much being set up all at once here by Vindicta.
Yeah, exactly. We do see the army going to be able to take down the proxy gateway here,
这个傻当真的爆兵能力真有一手啊。
Yeah, he's going to pounce on those 2 medevacs, taking those out right away. But we do have these tanks in position. They are going to.
但也跟这张图有点。
哎，家里面3船兵。
这3船兵不好解决，关键 BY 也掉了。
回城我就走。
哎，没点吗？哦不，回城了，不敢点。
他走了。这个小人，我靠，这几放着架的。
Yes, it's been an absolute masterpiece so far. Vindicta showing off all of his multitask. He's been relentless with the aggression, relentless with the harassment, taking out so many probes this game. If we have a look, he's actually taken out 60 workers so far.
Oh, 60 workers. Jesus Christ. So many. 61 probes have gone down. Shadown
再憋航母。
To be fair, he has the goal base, right?
我觉得这样打下去，维尼卡要输，他就还是太喜欢憋了。
除非他真的是200打200打得过对手。
对，太喜欢憋了。这个局面就4个别人下去，可以做的东西太多了。EMP 打得不错啊，
还可以哦，还可以哦。
这波要直接去把黄金矿抓，
一口气吃光，他要一口气吃光，追着打了，真的要追着打了。
他每次有一些就斩获之后就直接往后退。
Yeah, that's right. He is starting to rebuild this army, and Vindicta, he's going to be careful. He's not going to throw away this lead. He's just going to pick apart at some of the map vision of Shadown and start to trade out with these units, trading out with these zealots here.
这边打不过啊，这种傻蛋。
Getting a few EMPs as well just to weaken up the army.
Yeah, he's going to force this all the way back. Meanwhile, the reinforcing disruptors are coming on in. The first never goes off.
Yeah, but the
漂亮，这个赛的舒服啊。
Vindicta is so good, and he has so much energy left in these ghosts. Is he going to be able to dive on top of this disruptor? He catches it right away.
Yeah, that he does. Meanwhile, the Chargers are rushing on forward. The EMPs do blanket the Stalkers in the back line. Shadown trying to force this back, but he just can't do it.
Yeah, that's right. And Vindicta, he is jumping on forward. He is
这
taking
就一口气的，没法打了。
He's going to be able to complete.
其实只要把这些高质量的部队打完了，几个追猎不成气。对吧？你剩下刷的这种 B 级兵都不是很成气。
里面混了点那种鬼兵什么，打这种
他只要混 Ghost， 你妈的这种近战插跟什么引刀这些就进不来，就是被乱打。你会觉得这个兵很有战斗力。
自爆球也没用，扎不到。
他其实就怕自爆球。
扎不到，那么点部队完全扎不到。
反身点的。WC 是拿过屁啊！他拿过，他最高就25名到32名，9名到10名，去年都是当地的美洲区域选赛，最高就是7到8名。
1200刀是什么比赛嘛？
战队的比赛吧，估计
不，个人赛，
最高就是战
逆不第一。
对啊，就他美国当地的一个比赛啊，1200美金就是他的人最辉煌的一个比赛了。
So much, and
刮痧哥呀，他真是刮出来的呀。最多就$1200，他其他的比赛都是那种$30、$40刮出来的，刮了2万多刀了。
今年他拿了蛮多，他拿了4600刀了，就今年啊。
啊，对啊，就你们刮过痧吗？刮痧还有点痛。刮痧还可以啊，我很喜欢刮痧，但是我很多年没刮过。
他这个拿到奖金的一些比赛其实都没有什么高手，而且大多数都是就是美国本土的比赛，
本土的
北美的比赛，基本上。
对。
A lot of teams going for some very cheeky builds, trying to get some quick wins in this best of 2 series to take out the lives.
我喜欢拔罐，不喜欢刮痧。
刮痧很痛的，我靠！
但刮了你不觉得很爽？
刮完是爽，但是刮的时候妈的很难受啊，我靠！
It really shows how much it means to them here.
It really does. It really does. I have mad respect here to the players. You know, we have been through that ourselves. You know, players just coming at us with the craziest of builds, and it can be really intense. But I mean, it's World Team League. You know, it is the largest team league out there in StarCraft 2. It's amazing that it still continues to run, and it has expanded. You know, this season, it's the first season where there is even a Code A. And we've benefited from it, to be fair, and we'll see if we can keep on.
文蒂塔能不能够再接再厉了？如果他这次把小黄鸭带进了 WTO， 说不定小黄鸭还会转点人，
不
转再氪一点，
不转人，
这两兄弟再氪一点。
不氪的话，稳降级好吗？
他不氪他打不过呀，他绝壁会降级的。
对。
Now we see him throwing down once again the Twilight Council. Curious choice here.
不氪稳降级，比如像 SS 就瘦死骆驼，瘦死骆驼下个赛季就虽然进了，但是我觉得也是要降级的，也很难也很难。其实我就跟你说，就如果小黄鸭进了，小黄鸭、瘦死骆驼和 IG 3个对降2个，就那么简单嘛。
Which did so well for him in that game that he did win over Vindicta. So I'm a little surprised I have to see him not going back to that.
Yeah, I'm surprised as well. Not gonna lie, but it is his choice. He has picked his.
瘦死骆驼今天赢了。
It is scattered as well. Vindicta was able to dip on in with his Reaper. He confirms the blink opener. He's able to escape with said Reaper as well. And now we can just slip on into a more standard game.
Yeah, so it is looking like he's going to go for that blink opener once again. He is getting that Raven out as well, so I wouldn't be too surprised if I saw out of Vindicta maybe a Raven opener, seeing as he didn't quite catch that Twilight Council researching. But he is going to get this Reaper in once again.
Yeah, once again he slips on in and he confirms that the Twilight Council is indeed researching, so he sees everything there is to see, confirms 2 more gateways going up in that main base, even slips in with his Hellion. Oh.
我觉得下赛季真的就是这赛季结束，明年可能会加入2v2的，要不然战队之间差距太大了，有可能。对吧？你加个2v2可能会，但也要看，他妈弱队说不定2v2也打不过这些强队。
其实还有个问题就是，妈别人强队花了那么大本钱，
对，
人家你妈的强是应该的。
强是应该的，但是就是还是希望双方实力稍微接近一点，
对不对嘛？
稍微接近一点。
你不可能要求你妈的一个花你妈的1年花。
对对，一年你氪你妈的10万块钱，别人氪100万，凭什么别人打不过你？
是的。
这也是有道理的嘛。
Yeah, I'm worried as well. I mean,
直接要跳加了，3开跳加。
Could be a 4th gateway here at the natural, so he's throwing down a couple of bunkers. He's hyper preparing here on 2 bases. Little does he know that Shadown took a 3rd.
Yeah, so Shadown just going for a little bit of an aggressive opener here. Vindicta is going to be able to recognize once he sees the log.
这文迪塔有点难受啊，这坦克出来守住没问题，可以蹭，其实还是可以蹭啊，蹭到这个气矿的。
We should probably be seeing a scan going down at the natural at some stage as well.
执政官不做了，执政官很久没做了。执政官当时加过一次，在战队联赛里面，很早了 NS 的时候。 当时是暴雪也想推，当时其实我不是主动去加执政官的，是暴雪当时来找我。 说当时他们想推这个直升官的模式，能不能在联赛里面去加一下这种模式，他们也好看一看。结果比赛里面也搞了直升官什么，但直升官这个模式并没有推起来。就没有推起来，所以后面也就没有搞了。
这个农民其实杀了不少了，这温尼卡，我觉得这他妈只能2矿打1波了，他没有别的选择了。他防守细节有点差。
王牌指挥官不做了，王牌指挥官等网易消息啊，我也不知道。
Yeah, so both players just trading out a little bit of worker damage here. This does also provide a little bit of scouting for Vindicta. Nice job there with the turret just targeting down the probes manually. Is going to get a few more for his trouble.
屁股面挂个渡鸦，你随时还要注意。
No pull out of Shadone there.
Yeah, 9 probes go down in total. That's a great way for Vindicta to even up the damage that has been dealt. But again, unfortunately, this War Prism is still going undeterred. Stim will eventually finish, and once that does complete, Vindicta can finally shut this down.
Yeah, as War Prism being a bit of a nuisance here. It's just going to keep Vindicta at home for the moment. Meanwhile, he did get the scout as well on the Robo Bay and on the extra gases, so he will be aware of the style that's played by Shadone here.
Exactly, and now finally Vindicta can be the aggressor here as he's going for a double drop.
他这种局面，我是觉得，如果还是他直接all in 也不行，他这种局面。但他运营真的很差，现在运营。慢的一逼，他现在运营。
Yeah, exactly. Finally, the Prism is out of the main base of Vindicta. He can look to expand even further. Third CC is on the horizon, and that double drop is going into the main base. Shadowne, though, does have a couple of spotter pylons.
Yeah, so these pylons are in position. They are going to be able to see this drop, but Vindicta, he's just going to hold this drop for the moment. He's being shown here by the observer, so Shadowne is going to come out to meet this if he can, even going for a little bit of prism harass as well.
他打个双线，家里面对面只是个幌子。
哎，能不能把水晶打了？这跟水晶打了可能有机会啊。
对，而且有机会打呀，这个很有机会打。对面就2个追猎，你妈怎么挡得住嘛？直接点水晶，什么都不管。断5个兵营。
正面投了，巨像也被
正面开始推了嘛。
留下了你和妈的。
你部队都到了嘛？又把我们2兄弟留下来了，什么意思啊？
这加的太
前了，他打不过来，还是要走。主要对面分兵分的还不错，这个杀到。哟，家里面解决掉了。
走了，不走要全挂在这。
装了走呀，坦克装了走呀。还是回去憋。他好像想2矿1波吗？还是怎么？应该3矿可以飞出来的呀，正常情况。3矿飞出来慢慢开嘛。妈，下蛋要冲啊！冲就妈人没了。
我感觉他有冲的想法。
我怎么感觉他要冲啊？
不然的话那么多差
没3基地啊！
不是他那么多差干嘛呢？
对方没有3基地，你没必要冲吧？这冲你妈冲上去人没了。
He's happy just to sit here, just to stifle the development of Vindicta, and yeah, Vindicta's going to have to be pretty careful with this base. He doesn't want to take too much.
3块是开不起来啊！这个时候其实温蒂塔应该投2船兵出去。这应该投2船兵出去，搞得你烦。下蛋肯定要冲了，要包抄了呀。
And a nice scan there, does recognize what's happening, is able to duck back, and he's going to take some really nice trades with these charge lots.
Oh yeah, it will lose 1 tank in the process, but that gets 2 disables on.
这没必要吧？这个怎么可能冲得出去嘛？
Yeah, they're not able to take out the Colossus, so that does take out a lot of potential for Vindicta. Those were pretty important disables. Does throw out that scan now as well, and recognizes that this is a pretty serious army that is coming across.
架出就开矿。
It really is. It is trying to siege on forward. He desperately needs to land this 3rd base. Can he pull it off? Nice target fire here.
把神族武装都开了。
Yeah, and he's going to pull back. He's going to drag out some of these charge shots. A lot of them going down, and the Vikings are
啊，
putting in
不会
work.
温
They're
蒂塔
going to
这
take a
打不赢吧？这
Three of the Colossus
应该是打不赢。
这怎么可能打得赢嘛？
但是把巨象打光了，
甩 AMP， 哎，不打赢
了
了，
自己的。妈，差70人口打赢的，
这是什么东西啊？他虽然农民，
他得把立场把自己坑了。
他虽然农民的确是差了30多个，
对啊，他刚才立场把自己坑了。
A little bit of a mistake there with the
什么东西
as well, but meanwhile he is managing to get up his 5th base, so it is not.
这让他憋出来，他还真有机会憋赢。
Yeah, again, the economy for Showdown is looking absolutely insane. Vindicta, he recognizes that with the scan, and now the pressure is on Vindicta to push out across them. He just took a massive win. He just reset both the Colossus and the Disruptor account. There's only one Disruptor remaining.
Yeah, nice scan there, but he's going to be have to,
这一
he's
波
going to have
自
to be
爆
very
球
careful here.
这自爆球很难抓得
Doesn't
到
manage to。get any damage on any of the army of Vindicta, so he is going to be
对，
able
自
to
爆
move
球，
up
自爆
here
球，
and reset.
自爆球，
Might even be able to take out this
他炸过
Disruptor. A little bit out of position here. Nice EMP.
这妈这种输，我觉得瞎当自己的问题啊！这种
啊，这都能赢吗？
没了呀，我觉得没，真没了呀
Yeah,。that's right. Just going to have to watch out for this Disruptor.
后面自爆球，
还行还行。
就自爆球炸到了，
你没东西的，你就刷插在堆里。
但他机枪很多啊，你刷出来不一定打得
This is
过
where。the economy of
哎，他为什么不去推那片矿嘛？要在这里跟他
able to
搞。
outproduce Vindicta a little bit, but Vindicta has been taking such good trades thus far.
Yeah, he has, but you know what? Here is the overcharge. Vindicta has to
昨天让开了你就缩回来，对吧？
in the end. And meanwhile, we do see another Nova going off. It doesn't connect.
Yeah, the Nova not able to connect just yet.
后
Meanwhile,
面你接成一条
Vindicta is
线
continuing
了
to。rally across the map, rallying tanks, rallying.
啊，但这一波有点凶了，有点多，解放者加不完
差
了。
很多。
好了，被包了，我觉得我觉得打平了，最后大将战了。
大将战那狂战士还是有机会的，因为他毕竟那个 Battle B 还是要比他们其他人要强。
打得还行，不算特别强。
还可以的。
It is the American Protoss, Paddy man.
波一啊，波一这个比赛谁赢谁进，谁就出线的。他们这个小黄鸭，你妈的吹一下还他妈有点意思。
他们每次都会吹的呀。
他们就靠这个来那个，大家战队的 ID 对吧？报 ID。 噔噔噔噔噔噔，做了个特效。
I've got Rufus.
No, I've been replaced by a cat. Oh my god! But yeah, it does come down to this fun fact.
两气开啊，白头币也有点拼哦。
Had to go to class, and he came back from class 5 minutes ago.
Okay.
他这个什么战术？两兵营开是什么战术啊？
他妈都是过来拼一枪的呀！
而且两兵营在家里面的，我看不懂啊，他追着压制啊。
那刚好对方也是一个，对方也是个单兵营开啊。对方都没侦查，都不知道他是这么开，那直接出来开矿了，先两兵营直接开矿。
We'll have that faster mine drop. We'll have the potential for a faster Raven as well if he chooses to go down that.
很奇葩的开局啊！他是单气两兵营，然后先基地再补气，对吧？他是把一个，你就想嘛，他等于是单气，这样的话不是75块钱一个气矿嘛？那我再多出75块钱出一个兵营，是这个思路吧？
对的。
然后这样的话，我就可以2个兵营一起好，这个肯定是他算过的一些开局。然后农民停一下，我还可以先放基地，是他比较独特的一种 PVT 的开局。
就看Battle B 把基地放在下面了，那这个压制是有机会的，
压力有点大的呀。
对，这个压制是有机会的，而且并没有看第2个使徒啊，躲一下，哎，操作可以啊。他这个战术是有想法，
看起来是正常开局。 有想法的，这个兄弟的 PVT 还是有点东西。啊，进去看到2个兵营人都傻了。 他妈的，这怎么办？基地要退啊！这样打的话，两个，
这个有点凶哎。他第二个呢？
这个在路上吧。
来，他后面还在来，后面还在来。
他妈的，这样压的话你很难受呀。你又没甩兵营。
哎，火车打掉，可以。
哎，还能摸农民，这他妈的真要弄死啊！我跟你说。
死不了，但是很伤，
他这么打，你基地开不起来，
很伤。他研究过的这个。
妈秀一点把地雷给你骗了，我跟你说。
来了呀。
对呀，秀一点就骗地雷去了呀。地雷要爬，
我靠，可以啊。
对呀，我说地雷不爬真要死。
哎，不了个事了，他妈的，这出大事了，这个。
他妈白头币被这兄弟你妈的奇葩开到了。好，小黄鸭要站起来。他妈最后美国双子星你妈的大功。
GDP 退了。
他妈这白头币还打锤子啊！别人是2矿开的，又不是单矿，
很难受白头币。在摸，咋就会摸农民啊？这个是。走吧，布林克已经在升了。然后4兵营，妈布林克一波，我靠，还不止5兵营。
他这个打法真的有点东西，我跟你说。
妈个鸡，这场绝比天王
山战役还敢往外推，过一会儿他妈人头给你打烂。
Expansion by quite a lot, even delaying a lot of mining time here, and managed to set back the development.
一会儿如果小黄鸭赢了，看看那2个主播庆祝一下，对吧？这一波是有点什么呀？白头币还在家里面想出隐形女妖，这出不了呀！隐形女妖对方防了，
不是稳挂版，这个哎，你科技那么慢，你兴奋剂都没有，你凭什么打这个5兵营不定可
？5兵营闪追一波。而且他是带开3矿的，他是压制带开3矿，这个包兵节奏很奇怪。真的很奇怪，他这样开3矿。这边压了呀，真的很奇葩。这个带一个 OB 过来的，家里面他5兵营随便刷波兵就挡了，而且他还防了，家里面兄弟还防了，一段戏有闪烁的。
他5个兵营随便防，那直接跳脸了，其实可以跳了，哎，完了。
完了呀！妈的，这没想到兵会那么多。
成也白头。
这美国兄弟打法好飘逸啊！小黄鸭 ，WTO 欢迎你啊 ，Welcome。人精也到了，这个战术牛逼，我只能说他真的是准备到了。
准备过。
家里面也防了，准备到了，全防，准备到了。可以，我只能说。
我靠，他已经跳舞啦！
啊，跳舞了，开始。
他知道自己赢了。
他肯定赢了呀，这个局面肯定赢了。跳舞了已经。
GG！
恭喜小黄鸭。